Alright, this is not what I expected to be talking about today. Nice way to start the day. Now, I don't know what I'm calling this yet. So, for those who don't know, Scott Adams is the creator of the Dilbert comic, which has been lampooning office culture. And now, I occasionally have read Dilbert, so this controversy doesn't affect me that much. It's more of a, that sucks. But anyway, so, and my dad does read Dilbert comics a bit more often, and he realized that there are no black people on that comic. There is an Indian, but no black people. Now, I start with that because first off, a bunch of major newspapers have dropped the Dilbert comic, and I just saw that the distributor that runs the Go Comics website has dropped him as well. And I guess a publisher was supposed to write a book for a publisher. I don't know if it's just like a best of Dilbert or whatever, but he got his ass dropped by the publisher. So whether that has to do with the Dilbert comic or if he was going to write something else and the publisher's, oh hell no. Don't know. But, so, with that out of the way, long rambling disclaimer basically. So, background. So what Scott Adams said was, now I guess he has a YouTube show. Didn't realize that he did, but okay. And he claimed that black people are a hate group. Not that there are some black people who are a part of a hate group, which is a thing. If you look at the Southern Poverty Law Center's website, there is a section for black nationalists. So there are white racist groups in the country. That is a thing. But he didn't say that there are. He wasn't nuanced like that. No, he said black people are a hate group. Well, he says a part of a hate group, but since he said it's black people and he said all of them, he's basically calling black people a hate group. So a bunch of publishers dropped the Dilbert comic strip right then and there. And now the reason I'm bringing this to everyone's attention isn't so much that it happened because, I mean, granted, I don't know how many people who are watching this read Dilbert. That's not the point of this video that much. More so, as I said, it is rather disappointing to see that someone who created such a fun comic strip turned out to be an absolute douchebag. But anyway, so Elon Musk then came to his rescue because Elon Musk considers himself to be the ultimate free speech warrior without actually knowing what free speech means, but that's all right. So, a lot of people who claim to be free speech warriors don't have a fucking clue what free speech means. And I'm talking about both sides. I'm not saying just the right wing. So, Elon Musk is bemoaning the fact that the U.S. media used to be racist towards black people, and now they're racist towards whites and Asians. Now, I don't know why he lumped Asians in there, probably to make it less of a racist rant, but because Dilbert does have an Indian their panel. In the cartoon, I assume that that's why he added Asians. But now I realize Elon Musk is possibly just trolling, and that he isn't as right wing as he makes himself out to be, or it's just a matter of he doesn't understand what the fuck free speech means, or he does and he's just trolling. But so US newspapers dropping a comic strip is not racism towards anybody. They're not dropping a comic strip because Scott Adams is white. They are dropping the comic strip because Scott Adams is racist towards black people. I mean, it's as simple as that. This isn't remotely a free speech issue because, let's face it, that's the underlying point of all of Elon's tweets is he's a free speech warrior. He's a free speech absolutist. Now, so first off, he's wrong about this being racist towards white people because it's not. It would be racist if they dropped his comic because he's white, or that he's drawing Dilbert as a white man. Then you would have an argument. You don't have an argument right now. So, that's the first thing. Now, to his love of free speech, even though he doesn't have the slightest clue what free speech means. Nobody who dropped him is a government entity. No government entity has asked them to drop Dilbert. So this does not even begin to fall into the realm of free speech. The newspapers are actually exercising their free speech right by deciding who they want to be associated with the papers and who they do not. That is a free speech right. Because the government cannot tell you who you can and cannot associate with. So, this is not a free speech issue. These are private companies making private decisions, and that's about it. Now, so that's one thing. Now, what else was I going to say about this? So, there is that. Now, some people I've seen on Twitter claim that, of course, Elon Musk is racist because his family was well-to-do during apartheid South Africa, which is true. His father ran a diamond mine, not gold mine, diamond mine. Now, maybe he's racist, and he's just showing his racism by defending this tweet, or he could be just trolling. We don't know. I mean, not everybody who was well off during apartheid South Africa were actually racist. So, I'm not going to go that route and say, oh no, Elon Musk is racist. I'm not doing that. Whether he is or not, you can't tell from this tweet. Because of the fact, well, number one, he's trolled before. And, just the fact that he's a troll. But, yeah, so the reason I'm bringing this up is, like I said, he is probably just trolling, is that there are people who believe this shit. There are people on the right, and that's where Elon Musk is aiming for. He likes right-wing policies because it allows rich people like him to stay as rich as they want without any consequences. well, I shouldn't say consequences, but without having to, oh, I don't know, develop empathy for those who aren't as rich as them. The reason I probably slipped up with the consequences is that's the other part of free speech that Elon and a lot of other free speech, so-called free speech advocates, don't understand. No, you have the right to free speech. Scott Adams has every right to go on his racist rant and think white people should stay the hell away from black people. And I'm sure every black person's like, by all means, stay the fuck away from me. I do not care. I do not want you near me. But that does not mean that there are no consequences for that speech. It just means the government can't impose consequences for that speech. If newspapers want to drop you, if people want to disassociate themselves from you because they found out that you are a gigantic douche nugget, that's their prerogative. And I'm not just talking companies, I'm talking anybody, because that's what people like Elon Musk, who are claiming to be free speech absolutists, are basically saying. You're basically saying that I have to let you into my home and listen to your shitbaggery, and I can't tell you to leave. I can't tell you, because otherwise I'm infringing on your free speech rights. Which isn't what free speech means. Free speech means that the government can't tell you what to think or what to say. That is literally all it means. So, unless Elon, or as one YouTuber puts it, Musky Husky, and unless he can come up with proof that the government had something to do with the newspapers dropping Scott Adams, this is not a free speech issue. I mean, there are conservative media that I'm sure would be more than happy to run Dilbert, because it just talks about office life. It doesn't go into the culture war issues that the right wing hate so much, that they want to destroy culture. Anyway, so yeah. Elon Musk is defending Scott Adams mainly because of the free speech thing. I'm positive that that's what he has in his head, is free speech, without knowing what it is, and the fact that he knows that is what the right wing is thinking. The right wing wants to make it seem like white people are victims and they're poor, oppressed, and who would think of the poor white people? Which, you don't have to look far to realize that that's a bunch of bullshit. But because they can't walk all over people who aren't white, then obviously, this is a hardship. But anyway, let's see if there's anything else I need to say on this subject. So yeah, Elon Musk is most likely trolling, but again, I'm putting out this video because there are people who believe it, even if Elon isn't one of them. So yeah, he's doing this so he ingratiates himself with the right wing, because that way they'll let him keep more of his money, or all of his money, or something. I don't know. Anyway, I will stop rambling and I will see you guys next time.